please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
for all.
All right, that will take us to our informational items. We are at public comment. There is no public comment today. And for everybody that's tuning in and was concerned about this, there was an executive session held right before this very meeting. I couldn't screw up 3 months in a row, but so we will now begin with item B, a report on the 2021 operating cost revenues. Everybody can see Exhibit A, and I will pass it off to Lori.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to present the status report of the operating budget of the authority today. As of May 31st, we are through approximately 42% of the year. In relation to that, we have spent 37% of the budget, and we have collected almost 40% of our budgeted revenues. So the authority is on track and is operating in a sound fiscal manner. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Seeing no questions from the board, we will go to item C, report of action by the executive director and approval of construction change orders less than $30,000. See Exhibit B, contract 1 or item 1 and 2 under contract 1728, return activated sludge pipe and pump replacement for ALCOSAN, is that right? Construction for the amount of $44,000. Item 2 is on contract 1723, the north end plant expansion from Broadner Technology Service for the amount of $25,000. These costs are associated with interference with the construction of the East Mixed Liquor Channel extension. I got that right.
You're on a roll. Thank you. So the first change order is caused by a need to upgrade the hoist. Initially, the hoist in these stations, there are 4 return RAS pump stations, return activated sludge. Initially, they were to be 2-ton. Once the pumps were identified with some additional equipment, they need to be 3-ton. All of it requires a change that obviously had not been expected. The second, within the north end plant expansion, there's a lot of work being done. This specific change deals with work at the East Mixed Liquor Channel. I believe it's near the number 8 final clarifier. Work that wasn't anticipated, some interferences, as the chairman so articulately shared with us, that need to be addressed. That's it.
Sounds good to me. That moves us to our action items, A and B, the approval of the minutes, and B, the invoices. See Exhibit C. I'll take a motion on both.
So moved.
I need a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Item C, motion to award the following contract. See number 3, contract 1724, flap gate replacement at various locations for Independent Enterprise at a price of $1.9 million. Bids are received and indicated in Exhibit D.
Mr. Chairman, we have 2 bidders. There was the potential for 7 potential bidders requested the packets. The pricing has come in under what our engineer's estimate had identified, so we're pleased with that. This is pretty significant work. This will be work along not only the Allegheny and the Mon, which will be the majority of it. I believe it's 4 locations on the Allegheny and 3 on the Mont, but also the Ohio. And some of these flap gates are as big as 8 foot. That's pretty big work. So we're pleased with the pricing. We have experience with independent.
All right, I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that takes us to item D, motion to authorize the preparation of specification and advertisements for bids and the following contracts. See Exhibit E. Contract 1, temporary primary disinfection.
Mr. Chairman, that north end plant expansion that I reference as being so large, it's a huge piece of work. It will at some point prevent us from being able to provide chlorine in its current location, disinfection, hypo, I should say. This gives us the opportunity to provide that hypo at the primary tanks on a temporary basis.
All right, I need a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay. Takes us to item E, motion to approve the following change orders that exceed $30,000. See Exhibit F. Contract 1, the North End expansion for Acero Contracting for the amount of $21,000. These costs are for the exploration of hydro, what was that word? Hydro
Innovation.
Good word. Work to locate fiber optic lines and restorations of areas disturbed due to the replacement of the fiber optic lines. That's a lot.
So it boils down to there were fiber optic lines where we didn't expect them need to be relocated afterward. You've got to fix up what you messed up. The second part of the change, and again, I know you're going to get tired of hearing about the north end, but the work is so large that it has actually impacted traffic flow with respect to other construction projects that are taking place. So where you see flaggers that were needed, we have to control the flow of traffic through the construction site.
All right, I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that takes us to item F. There was a professional services committee held for this item. It's a motion to approve the following service authorization of professional consultant assignments is based on consultants' past efforts, knowledge and understanding of the tasks performed. And item 1 is for Hatch under the agreement as retained consultant for the amount not to exceed $7,500.
Mr. Chairman, Hatch is our retained consultant, and as the retained consultant, we look to them for work of this nature. Our capacity connection fee has not been updated since 2005. Prior to that, it was $19.99. The transition from 99 to 05 in 1999, it was a little over 4 million per million gallons per day of treatment capacity. It increased to over 5 million in 2005. Any new service or any additions to the service area, any new flow coming in from outside of the current surface area has to be accounted for. They have to pay a fee for connection. This will bring us up to date in preparation for anybody who wants to join the club.
All right, I need a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Takes us to item G, motion to modify the grant agreements for the GROW program. See Exhibit G. I would just like to say, it's been very successful. Millions of dollars have gone out to a lot of great communities, and I just want to thank everybody and staff for supporting that program. I think it's been very successful throughout the region, and a lot of people are using it to good use. So that's a good thing.
That it is. Thank you for the support, board. We'll be coming back to you shortly for additional support. But for today, we're simply extending certain contracts. You've got 8 here, and they're extended for a variety of reasons, most of them just housekeeping. But I have asked our incoming Director of Regional Conveyance, Mike Lichta, to give the board a sense of what type of issues and what reasons these agreements have to be extended. So Mike, dazzle them.
Thank you, Arletta. Mr. Chairman, Board, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. There's a group of about 8 extensions comprising 4 communities. The first 2, Crafton and Etna, are related to late project starts due to COVID. The next one, Indiana Township, and the following 4 PWSA projects relate to completion of design reports and flow monitoring as required by the GROW agreements. The last project, PWSA Soho Green, is related to a late project start date and agreement approval by the PUC. And that's the summary of the extension request.
All right, thank you very much. Seeing no questions, can I have a motion and a second?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Item H, motion to authorize the executive director to take all actions necessary to purchase the real estate property identified in lot and block number. Now, there is a typo in our agenda. It's lot and block number 7F-98-01. And that is a City of Pittsburgh property known as the Cordello Family Partnership. And it is for an amount of $2.5 million.
Mr. Chairman, this is in keeping with our ongoing implementation of the clean water plant and those activities that are required for compliance with the modification decree. We will continue to acquire property. There will be opportunities for something less than an outright acquisition, perhaps easements, short-term or long-term leasing, but this particular property is a purchase, and it will help facilitate our ongoing tunnel programming.
All right, I need a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And our last item, motion to adopt authorization number 2021-6-1, authorizing executive director to work with PWSA for repairs to the M29 diversion structure and culvert located in the City of Pittsburgh on the Almano property. Very interested in that. I want to thank Mike, has been a part of those meetings as well. So while he's on, I have to give him a shout out, as well as Jan. Thank you for all that work on that site. That's an important one to hopefully solve some major flooding issues that are down on the M29 site.
Here. I would point out for the board that this has been a long time coming. Probably 2014, 2015, early conversations. By the time we got to 2016, we're ready to move forward. The initial partnership arrangement was an expectation of 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3, with the parties being the authority, Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority, and Hazelwood Green. That has changed since then. PWSA has stepped up to take care of the Hazelwood Green percentage. Ultimately, we believe our overall contribution will be just a little under $2 million. But I would have to echo the chairman's sentiments. It is an incredibly important piece of work, and it will be money well spent.
Yes, and then from all the residents, thank you very much. Motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that takes us, not seeing any new business. Thank you, board, for being here, as well as the director and everybody else. Our next meeting is July 22nd. Seeing nothing else, we will adjourn the meeting. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Chairman, thank